Let's move on to B, transportation bid.
Tim checked with our legal counsel. Remember, the board approved to go out to bid for our bus services. We were at the end of our 3-year contract. We did experience some issues over those 3 years. The board approved for us to go out to bid. We did go out to bid. The bid was generated by our attorney. The following was the bid results, public bid results that we received. And Tim is presenting tonight that we approve the bid of First Student to be our transportation providers for field trips and extracurricular events for a 3-year period. There was a question submitted by Mr. Walsh in regards to contract. Do we need to approve an actual contract? And Tim followed up with Franzik today and can provide an answer on that.
You know, the bid document is about 12 pages, and it has everything in there about insurance and conditions. And he said that when the vendor signs off on that they input their prices that they're going to give us for the next 3 years. And when they sign off on the bid document, they're agreeing to comply with all of those requirements. And so there really isn't a contract that's needed because they've signed off on that and the board is approving it.
Okay. Do I have a motion on this?
Yeah, but that doesn't really answer my question. Doesn't the statute require that the board approve contracts that are over $25,000?
Right, and he's saying that approving this is approving that.
Okay, this is not a contract. What you described is a contract. So, again, how you describe the document doesn't change the fact that they're signing it, we're agreeing to it, it's our legal contract. So again, as I do many times, say, if the statute says we have to, as a board, approve the contract, we can't very well approve it if we didn't even see it. And that's where I'm struggling with. We're approving a vendor and an expenditure here. We aren't approving a contract because we don't know what the contract says.
Not the statute was that the board had to approve, had to go out to bid, and the board approved anything over expenditure over $25,000.
It's the expenditure, not the
I
contract.
thought.
Okay.
So that we specifically called the attorney today and said, do we need to do a separate contract that the board would then need to approve?
Okay.
And the answer was no, correct?
Right.
Okay. That's what we pay them for.
Okay, so do I have a motion on this, please?
Is there anything in there to protect us on the problem we had at the beginning of last year? Or didn't we change a
To have them
bus
pay, yes.
recently, and they weren't showing up at the beginning of the year?
Correct. That was Illinois Central.
Okay.
Yes, that's still in there.
Okay.
First Student was in fact the company we used
Okay.
as our backup, and they were very reliable.
Thank you.
All right, do I have a motion on this, please?
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, hereby approves First Student as the district's transportation vendor for a 3-year period as presented in the June 11, 2013 board agenda packet.
Do I have a second? Second by Gary. Any other discussion?
Yeah, just a quick question. You're proposing per student, there's not a big price differential overall. It's because of the experience we've had with them as backup. Is that primary driver to why we're going with per student?
Yeah, I mean, they're the lowest bidder, but in addition to that, we've got all this experience with them that shows that they've done a really good job.
All right, Brian.
Ms. Jessica?
Yes.
Mr. Jefferson?
Yes.
Dr. King? Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Welch?
Yes.
Mr. Gritchen?
Yes.
Mr. Cindy?
Yes.